Last time on the Alpha Male Universe.
This is what I made today, bro. All of this. While you're playing monsters and aliens in your mother's basement.
I was doing tax returns for cash money.
The reason why I'm hovering bigger and stronger than you little munchkin, little petite ass dorks out there, dweebs, you feel me? Ain't because I was some bodybuilder. It's because all the pain and different things that I went through in my life, any type of trauma, you feel me, as a way to cope.
I'm obsessed with growing, not just physically, mentally, financially, and spiritually. We growing, evolving. It's called leveling up. Stay consistent. Let God handle the timing. Your mindset is going to shape your reality. The old version of myself, be proud of who I am today, homie. Straight up, let's get it.
Yeah, straight up, let's get it. So welcome to the worst alpha male cringe. I'm cringing just having to repeat that bullshit. So basically, this is a spin-off show here in the Alpha Male Universe where we will be featuring 4 different alpha males, life coach, swole cows, whatever you want to call them, in a rapid style. And you know what? There's going to be a returning alpha male. I'll give you a hint who he may be. He's hustling bigger and stronger than you. He's even got some pink lips, but I'm not talking those lips. So moving on, let's hit that subscribe button because the Bubba Army is getting bigger by the day. They hustling, and let's get to 60,000 strong. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
Hey, yo, check it out. You need to respect the motherfucker beat your ass. That's who deserves your respect. Oh, he doesn't do that? Well, he will beat your ass. Oh, well, I think he will beat your ass. Oh, but what I wanted to say was, and like, look at this guy. He will beat your ass. At the end of the day, if he will fuck you up, you better not say shit. Because none of that matters when you're laying on the ground with your hands and feet in the air, stuck on stupid. Laying there, knocked the fuck out. It's like a gazelle coming up to the lion and being like, well, the lion doesn't, and well, his mane is not combed out, and the lion, the gazelle will still be put in the gazelle's place. Become the lion.
Yeah, so the guy with the pink plump lips who wears a crop top thinks that he can fight everyone on the internet. And this guy was featured in the first worst alpha male cringe episode. I would argue that he was the one that the audience was the most fascinated with. His name is Hood Ken. And the thing that is really strange about Hood Ken is that he doesn't even sell a course. He's just on Instagram arguing with people saying pull up and let's fight. And if we were to write up like a 10 commandments of how to be an alpha male life coach, for sure, number 1 would be overestimate your fighting ability and believe you can beat up the whole world. That would literally be the first commandment. So Hood Ken, he wants to say that you need to be a lion, that you should respect him. Let's check out another clip from him.
Just talking about look maxing and shit. The fuck is victim weight maxing? Nigga. How about that, nigga? Victim weight maxing. Oh, noodle arm ass nigga. Bambi ass, bitch ass nigga. The fuck, nigga? Look easy to pull apart, nigga. Fuck around, King Arthur shit, nigga. Victim weight maxing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yikes, that was one of the hardest watches I've ever had to endure here in the Alpha Male Universe, especially when little bro has like a Padme haircut. I mean, what is going on? I honestly thought that this guy was like satire at first when I first stumbled upon him, but no, he likes to dress up from like Phantom of the Menace or something like that and roast people for having Bambi weight, being a victim weight. Oh yeah, he believes if you don't weigh at least like 240 or something, then you're gonna be a victim to every man in the world. You're gonna be really vulnerable. So let's move on to another alpha male.
All right, a lot of people like to talk shit about me and my brother Wes, and I don't care, that's my brother, but I want to come on here and give you guys a little bit of a backstory of how I came into the circle and how I earned my spot. All right, because at 23 years old, it's very hard to come into a circle that's very successful and have no skill set to bring into the circle, have no money to really bring to the circle, except just my name and who I am as a man. But at 23 years old, I was already trusted with a $6 million Bugatti to take out whenever I wanted. I was the only one that really had that trust. And it might sound stupid to y'all, but go ask a rich homie right now, let me borrow your Bugatti, and they'll tell you no, it's not gonna happen. So just let y'all know.
All right, so the cream-pied butler, Crowned Jose, he doesn't need any introduction if you are a longtime viewer of the channel, but if you are new to this swole cow madness, I'll summarize real quick for you. Long story short, this man who is in his early 20s decided to basically spread his cheeks for another man to get cream-pied every day, and that happened to him so much so that he earned the trust of Wes Watson, a really honorable man who never lays hands on women and is just really the the most law-abiding citizen you could ever see. Well, he was trusted, I guess, to drive around a rented Bugatti and live in a rented house, and that's something to be really proud about. So let's tune in further.
It's not gonna happen. So just let y'all know. I was trusted with keys to the house to live there. I was trusted with hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash, and not once did a dollar ever go missing. Not once. And that just shows you who I am. And what I'm trying to say is, even if you don't have a skill set to bring, even if you don't have money, and you're just a young dude and you want to hang around successful people and earn their respect and trust, you gotta be a solid man. You gotta have solid character and not have your name ruined, all right? Like, your name is everything right now.
There's something so ironic that this guy is trying to give you advice about the importance of having a good reputation when he hitched his wagon with Wes Watson, who is so wise that he has ended up in jail. I don't understand how this guy is able to look into the camera and just not feel total humiliation. Maybe he got creamed so many times that now he just accepts it. He accepts being the punching bag of the AMU, but it truly is delusional. I can't believe this guy is serious.
Your name is everything right now. Don't fuck over. Don't steal from people. Don't dirty your name in the street, and the rest will come. The skill set will come. The money will come. But the most important thing you got is your character as a man, who you are as a man. And that's what people will recognize. Because believe me, it was fucking hard to earn my respect from everyone that was older than me. It was hard as because I got tested many times, and I still earned it. I'm the realest motherfucker. I don't give a fuck anyone has to say, because I earned my spot, and I'm respected by very successful people. So this is a lesson to all the youngsters out there that really want to be around successful people. Don't stress so much on what you can bring. Just be a solid individual, people over, and the rest will come. People will recognize you for who you are, not what you bring. All right?
You know, I'm honestly really curious as to how Crowned Jose earned the trust from alfalfa males in Brickell, Miami. Maybe you can comment down below. Y'all are gonna say some diabolical shit, but I'm expecting it. So he wants to talk about how you should be a man of character. Mind you, this guy had a warrant for his arrest, and he had to go down to the Broward County Jail and spend some time on the yard because he was involved with the crime of imprisoning a woman against her will. But he'll sit here and say, oh, you should be a man of character. I mean, are we seriously patting ourselves also on the back for not stealing? He was like, I didn't steal a single dollar. Okay, wow, that's the bare minimum. I don't expect anyone to go out there and rob people. Like, this shit is so dumb. So you know what? Let's move on to another alpha male by the name of Primal Fitness, who, to be honest, I find a whole lot more charismatic than the beluga whale head.
A bitch with a dick. For what you're gonna use that money? What? You're 40 years old, 35 years old, 45 years old. You're gonna go to a beach club and spray champagne and be like a fucking clown where everybody can see your fucking Pamela Anderson titties hanging down and jumping around? That's being a man? No, what a man is. Somebody that does what he needs to do when he doesn't feel to do it. Somebody that is hard in his body, in his mind, in his spirit, and in his fucking heart.
You know, honestly, I'm just going to keep it real. I don't really mind this guy that much. He is still a grifter at the end of the day. He's associated with Andy Elliott, another alpha lame that we've covered in the past. I hate Andy Elliott. I think that guy's a massive cornball. But Primal Fitness, he's not really that bad when we compare him to other people that we've seen in this video. Like the big plump pink lip guy. Like that guy, there's nothing redeeming about him. He was just so annoying. I mean, I can pretty much agree overall with the message that you need to be mentally strong and in shape. I just disagree when he talks about, oh, what are you going to do with your money, right? Like, spend it on me. I mean, nah, how about you invest that in the S&P 500 and build some wealth instead of spending it on some weird life coach program?
An average man right now cannot walk 10 kilometers. Forget running, walk. He cannot walk 10 kilometers, right? An average man 2,000 years ago could sit in a boat and row to fucking America from Sweden. He was called a Viking. How
could this happen? I love how he says it, right? Okay, so I don't expect him to be educated at all. He's an alpha male life coach, so I'm not going to expect like some MIT level shit from him, but I will clarify some things. If you are curious as to how the Vikings did that, one, yes, they were built, like those dudes were built way more than the average Joe, okay, at the time. And second of all, the timeline is just way off. 2,000 years ago would put us around the Roman Empire. I'm not using Google at this moment. I'm not going to look up. I'm not going going to correct myself. I love to freestyle here on the mic. It makes it more authentic. I'm going to be on the same playing field as Primal Fitness, and I'm going to say that the Vikings were around 1050 AD, okay? And okay, they were jacked. Those dudes were strong, built like oxes. But another reason why, and I would argue the biggest reason why they were able to do what they did, was because they were the boat goats. They could make boats like nobody else could. They were really masters at this craft, and it allowed them to have seafaring advantages that nobody else had. I know this is so random to be talking about history, but this part really piqued my interest because I was like, yeah, actually, how did they do it? No, it's because they were the boat goats.
They can scream, they can cry, they can beat my head, they can beat my heart, they can beat my fucking ass if they want. I couldn't care less. They can tell me what the fuck they want. But what actually happens with me, I decide, not my emotions, guys. So it's very simple. How do you build mental resilience? Decide that you're a man that keeps his fucking word, even if it fucking kills you, no matter what. And especially keep your word to yourself. Because if you break your own word, trust me, fuck everybody else's respect. When you lose your own respect, that is when you are born. That is when the whole world is going to stop you on your head. Guarantee you that.
I don't even disagree with what Primal Fitness is saying right now, and you may be wondering, scratching your ass while sitting on the toilet watching this video, thinking, why is Bubba on the side of an alpha male? And I'm not saying I'm on his side, okay? But what I'm really saying is that there is definitely like a spectrum here in the AMU where some people are just absolutely unbearable and have no wisdom really to share. And then there are some people like Primal Fitness who definitely have some charisma and probably have some truth to what they're saying. It's just that if they didn't grift with an alpha male program, they would just be like you and I. But you know what? I included this guy really more so for relief from the other two cringe dork cornballs that you just watched, because those other dudes were unbearable. I figured Primal Fitness was like a good refresher, you know? But now it's time to get that cringe, that brain rot, and guess who we're going to talk about? Clavicular.
Nobody on earth is perfectly symmetrical. We know that, right? Everybody is slightly asymmetric. Nostrils are like sisters or brothers. They're not like identical twins, all right? Your left nostril is slightly wider than your right nostril. Both of them are just slightly wide by like perfect, beauty standards, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do this morning, lift your head up. I'm going to take in a tiny bit of the nostril sill over here, okay? A little more on this side than that side, just a tiny bit. We're talking millimeters to bring them closer together, to get as close as we can to what people would say is the perfect beauty norms, right? Okay. The other thing we're going to do for the tip, and something you didn't mention, is I feel like there's a little bit of extra cartilage in the tip here.
Yes.
Okay? It just starts a little bit too high, I think. You want to just make that a little bit more refined. The difficult thing about tip rhinoplasty is that right after the surgery, the tip begins to swell, and it continues to swell for a couple of weeks, and the swelling starts to come down after that. It takes a whole year until you see the final configuration of the tip.
I can never take a man seriously who gets his fucking nostril redone. I mean, that's where we are in this world, where grown men are selling looks maxer courses about getting their fucking nostril redone. I'm so sick of this shit. Clavicular, I don't even like covering him because I find him incredibly boring and bland. I mean, this guy is definitely dumb as hell, and I have no idea why people even like this guy. I think he's personally the biggest industry plant in the alpha male universe. I think that there is like some money behind him pushing a agenda or whatever, because I cannot explain why people even have any interest in this guy. So he got his nose redone, and I just can't take a man seriously who is getting a bunch of cosmetic surgery because they want to be more alpha. I mean, that shit is just so cornball. And then he went on to an interview with Bradley Martin, making it even worse.
The genetics pills is certainly a more brutal one that I've been thinking about, because what really matters at the end of the day is your offspring, right? And it doesn't matter like a girl's, her attitude or all this kind of shit in terms of contributing to how your kids are going to look, right? It's just simply based on genetics. So when you're trying to prioritize that, looks is the most important thing to go for in a relationship.
Holy shit, we are so cooked as a society that people are looking up to this guy. I don't even want to entertain the argument that looks are the most important thing in a relationship. Are looks important? Do you need to be attracted to your mate? Do you have to really be fascinated with her bazumbas and she wants your salchicha? Of course. I mean, come on. Like, what are we fucking talking about? Like, you have to be attracted to your partner, okay? But at the end of the day, that's definitely not the most important thing. And, I think honestly, the problem is that people don't understand that all of this is coming from the perspective of a dude in his early 20s. Of course, a dude in his early 20s is just going to want to clap everyone's cheeks, right? Like, that's normal. But now people are taking this shit as the gospel, and we are here now where he has like this massive looks maxer army. It's just wild to me. And it's been about 15 minutes of alpha male brain rot. I'm done. I can't take it anymore. And if I can't take it anymore, you sure as hell can't too. So hopefully you enjoyed it so much so that you could like the video so that worst alpha male cringe episodes spread to other people and we spread the brain rot. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I'll see you in a future episode, guys. Later.